Good afternoon, I hope everyone's well today. I wanted to give an update on what my thoughts and feelings are about reform based on recent revelations over the weekend. There's a lot of people on the right of the arguments, so the majority of the country, that are not happy with some of the comments that are being made. Don't pay much attention to it. We're 4 years out from an election, is the first thing I would say. The second thing I would say is pay attention to what they're doing in the House of Commons. They're asking all the difficult questions of the government because the opposition and the Labour Party themselves don't even use the questions that they're given. I'm not just talking about Prime Minister's question time, I'm talking in general during the week. The only people asking difficult questions of the government are the Reform MPs. Each one of them is really, really effective. They are winning council elections and they are winning by-elections, which is a positive sign in the right direction. A lot of people were annoyed when they got rid of Ben Habib as the chairperson of Reform. It bothered me the way they did it, but Ben isn't holding grudges. Just like me, he can see the big picture, and the goal is to get Reform into government in 4 years. And we're going to do it. It's pretty much certain at this point. It's only going to go one way, and that's the way that we need it to go. That's the second point I would make. The third point I would make is that we've now got the backing of the incoming American president and Elon Musk. Elon Musk is on a mission to destroy Labour, and it's going to be glorious to watch. It's going to be absolutely hysterical. There's a reason why Labour MPs want Elon Musk arrested when he's coming to the UK. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why people are getting locked up for saying disagreeable things online. Whether it incites violence or not is pretty much by the by at this point. They want to silence debate and they want to silence dissent. And only an empire that's going to fall is this much in fear of their own population. Reform are doing the right thing by saying the things they are saying. As I say, their argument is to win over the boomers, win over people that will traditionally vote Labour. The red wall's gone, now they're going to vote Labour again. That's the price you pay if you call the red wall far-right thugs. Then they've alienated the students, upping the tuition fees when they said they were going to cancel them off. Then they've alienated any potential pensioners that were voting for them, cutting the winter fuel payment. They've alienated some of the champagne socialist class that they were courting by being so draconian in some of the measures. So they've got a vanishingly small electorate that they're actually appealing to, and the Tories are no better. These are some of the reasons why I continue to hold faith in Reform UK. They're not perfect, they are the best we've got, and they're asking all the difficult questions. What you also need to be aware of is that when Reform gets in, it's the next generation. The people underneath are far more right-wing than the current Reform MPs and the first Reform government that we're going to get. So don't just think about the first term and think you want mass deportations on day one. Yes, that's a goal, that's a target, but you need to get to that point and you need to start somewhere. Think about the second term of the Reform government and the third term and the fourth term. And more to the point, they might even get some of this through in the first term. Look at Keir Starmer. All of these measures that he's putting through, none of it was in the manifesto. None of it was talked about before the election. So when you get people on the right whinging that Reform isn't making all of these statements now, well, just look at Labour. They didn't make any of the statements of what they actually were going to do when they got into power. And look at them now. Spending money on net zero nobody voted for, taking winter fuel payments away, upping tuition fees, screwing the farmers over, increasing mass migration to the United Kingdom. All of this flies in the face of any promises they made during the election. Bear that in mind as well. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, give me a like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one. You have a good evening.